Word Module 6, Table and Alignment Extra. Go ahead and open the file, and you'll notice it has 3 columns with 6 rows. So I filled this, I created the table and filled it in for you. If you were doing it from scratch, I'm just going to go to a Control N, gives me a completely blank document. And I would choose Insert, Table, 3 columns and 6 rows. So it's a 3 by 6. And they all are very narrow. So if you click the box in the top left corner, that selects the entire table. And in layout, right now, the height of it is less than an inch. So I would increase it to a 1/2 inch. And that's what I did for the previous table. So let's go back to that one. And I filled it in for you. If you wanted to get above this table to type a title, if I press Enter, it'll give me the blank line. So also you could do Control Home and then press Enter, and then you're able to type a title outside of the table. Table alignment, and you can select it, center, change the font so it's larger, change the font style, you want to change the color. If you look in every cell, it starts in the top left corner. That's the default for tables. When you move around a table, you can click like I was, or Tab moves you forward. It also moves you forward to the next row, and so forth. Shift Tab goes backwards. If you wanted to insert rows, you could use this Insert Control button, and that'll insert rows for you, and you can delete them. You can insert columns the same way, and I'll just delete it. And do you see how it shifted? Because it was separating it into 4 columns equally across the screen. Because I clicked it and then deleted it, you would go to Layout and choose Auto Fit to Window, and that'll go the full screen. So if you ever do that, it's easy to realign. What happens is when you choose columns, whether you choose 3, 4, 5, Word separates each column to the exact same equal width across the screen. All right, so back in table, in the table, on the very first one on the left, we're going to click Layout, and we're working with all 9 of these. So the very first one is perfect where I want it. Click in the next one, and I want to try this one, which says Align Top Center, and that's exactly what it's doing. Then I'm going to try the next one. Now I'm on row 2, and I'm going to click the middle one on the left. And then this one is Align Center, so they all match. I just want to try all of them to see what they do. And then I'm on the bottom row, and the last one. So I tried them all out just to see where they fall within the cell. And if I were to click this one, this will change depending on what cell I'm in. So if I click this one, so it indicates what I chose. So in this cell, the next one, it's uneven at the right. So if you do Control J, it'll justify it so it's perfectly even on both sides. In the next cell, there's 3 types of text direction. So if you click, right now it's reading left to right. Now it's reading down and reading up. I'm going to keep it there, but I'm also going to center it. So a couple other things that you can do within a table. I want to combine these 2 cells. So if I hold and drag down, I've selected both of those, and I'm going to merge cells. Then what I'll do is go to Table Design, and for borders, I'm going to choose Diagonal Down, right back in there, and Diagonal Up. So I get like an X in the box. So I can merge 2 cells in 1 column. Can I merge across 2 columns? So again, hold and drag back to Layout and merge. Then go in the next one. So if we can merge, can we split? Can I have 2 separate columns? So split 2 columns. You can try 3 or 4 if you want, and then keep it 1 row and OK. So I'll undo that, and if you wanted to split it to 3 columns, it's your choice. 2 does it right down the middle. In the next cell, we'll do the opposite. It will keep it one column, but multiple rows, so maybe 4 rows. I'll undo and maybe try 2 rows. It splits them evenly. In the last cell, we're going to shade it. So again, go back to Design, go to Borders and Shading, the down arrow for more options, go to Borders and Shading. So you can get fancy and put a border around it, but I'm just going to go to Shading. And I want to make sure that it doesn't say apply to the entire table. I want it just to that cell. So I'm going to go back to color, but in here where it says patterns, all you see is shades of gray. But if you keep going down, you'll actually get to patterns. And you can pick whatever design pattern you'd like, then choose a color. And then OK, so it'll affect only that cell. So if we were to view this as one page, it's all at the top. How do you center it vertically? In Page Layout, there's Page Setup little dialog box. Click that and choose the tab Layout and Center, and that'll put it vertically. I'm going to go back to 100% to view it. And what happens if you wanted to add a border that was more than just the plain border that comes with it? Choose Table Design, click the down arrow for borders, go to Borders and Shading, and make sure you choose Grid. And then you have many choices for style. And if you don't like what you pick, you can pick something else. Keep going till you find something you like. Now, you can change the color of all of them, but some of them you can't change the width of it. So a couple of them are just the standard. So if you wanted to change the width of it, certain ones will allow you to, but you can choose whatever you'd like. So I'm going to go back to the one I had and click OK. And then if you want, you can go to Design and put a page border. So that goes around the border of the candy corn of the whole page. And that's the Save and Submit. Thank you.